Do you ever feel a sudden, sharp spike of panic when someone simply offers to help you? Your throat closes up, your muscles physically lock into place, and before you even process the thought, you blurt out, "No, I'm fine, I've got it," even when you are actively drowning in responsibilities. It feels terrifying to let someone else take the wheel, doesn't it? And I need you to know that this isn't a personality flaw. It is a deeply ingrained survival reflex. Case file number 108, the child who grew up too fast. Society absolutely loves to romanticize this dynamic. They look at a quiet, hyper-independent 10-year-old and call them an old soul, praising them to the skies for being so mature and easy to raise. But let's interrogate the facts. That maturity is just a mask. It is an emergency adaptation mechanism. When the environment around you was unpredictable, maybe your caregivers were emotionally absent, overwhelmed, or volatile, your nervous system made a split-second executive decision. It bypassed the luxury of childhood and forced you to become the adult just to stabilize the ecosystem. But here's the piece of evidence that changes everything: the weight of the invisible crown. When you experience emotional parentification, the traditional family hierarchy completely collapses. You aren't just a kid, you were secretly the family therapist, the peacemaker, and the crisis manager. It's like forcing a tiny, fragile smartphone to run heavy desktop software. Eventually, the processor just burns out from the overload. The solitary confinement of competence. Because you learn to handle absolutely everything alone, your brain categorized relying on others as a literal threat to your survival. Your amygdala, the brain's fear center, stays locked in a state of high alert, convincing you that if you close your eyes for even 1 second, the entire house will burn down. The ghost of playfulness. You probably don't know how to just relax or do something purely for fun without feeling intensely guilty or unproductive. Fun requires letting your guard down, and for a nervous system wired for constant damage control, putting down your shield feels exactly like walking blindfolded into heavy traffic. In fact, clinical studies on early childhood adversity reveal a staggering physical truth. Children forced into adult roles often exhibit accelerated cellular aging. Your biology quite literally rushed you to adulthood to keep you safe. But we need to talk about the collateral damage. The price of being the one who always has it together is an isolated, bone-deep exhaustion that sleep can never fix. It is the quiet, heavy grief of realizing you had to parent yourself. You became an absolute master at fixing everyone else's world. But who was holding you when you were scared in the dark? I know exactly how heavy that invisible backpack is, and I am so deeply sorry you had to carry it alone when you should have been busy scraping your knees and building pillow forts. Let's re-examine the psychological profile. Your relentless independence, your hyper-competence, and your intense drive aren't signs that you are broken. They are undeniable proof of a profound, brilliant resilience. Your mind built a spectacular fortress of self-reliance to protect you when the walls around you were crumbling. You survived by growing up fast, but the emergency is over now, and you are finally allowed to be the one who is taken care of. The mind leaves footprints. We just have to follow them. Subscribe to the channel and let's keep the investigation open.